When the Queen's child dashed behind me, the palace fell into stunned silence. Jonah Reed planted his boot between the royal heir and the thrusting elbow of Lord Vectalin's sycophant. The courtier stumbled back, his iridescent robes flaring. Whispers rippled through the grand hall like wind through chitin shells. Crystal chimes from the ceremony's altar still echoed, marking the Queen's alliance vow with humanity. Kiri, the 4-foot heir with wide, luminous eyes and downy silver frills, yelped. She darted past Captain Roma's armored legs. Tiny claws snagged Jonah's formal coat. She pressed against his thigh. Trembling, the entire palace froze. Hundreds of alien nobles halted mid-bow. Guards' mandibles clicked in unison. Queen Salith's throne platform gleamed under hovering light orbs, her multifaceted gaze locking on the child. Jonah kept his stance casual. One hand hovered near his concealed stun rod. The other rested on Kiri's shoulder frill. Gentle pressure, like calming a spooked dog back home. He scanned the hall. Vectalin stood at the Chamberlain's podium, his polished crest twitching. Too calm, too positioned. "Stay put, kiddo," Jonah murmured to Kiri, English. She'd picked up the basics in their play sessions. Roma loomed forward, his guard cape snapping. "Heir, to me!" His voice grated like stone on gravel. Human unpredictability. Jonah read it in the captain's flared nostrils. Kiri burrowed deeper into Jonah's leg. Her grip tightened. No budge. Queen Salith rose. Her elongated form uncoiled. Robes whispering over segmented limbs. The ceremony halts. "Explain." Vectalan stepped forward first. Smooth. Majesty. A mere jostle in the crowd. The human overreacts. "See?" The child startles at his bulk. Jonah's jaw tightened. Checklist. Assess threat. Vec's man had aimed that elbow. Not accident. Frame job. Blame humans. Sour the alliance. Let Vec's faction rise. Kiri whimpered. Jonah squeezed her frill. Soft vibration hummed back. Pack bond purring, she called it. "Overreaction?" Jonah said, voice level. "Your courtier nearly bowled her over during vows." Roma's eyes narrowed at Jonah. "Protocol demands the heir to guards. Step aside, human, not with her holding on." Jonah met the captain's stare. No blink. Salith's mandibles parted. "Kiri, to your guards." The heir peeked out. Her gaze flicked to Roma's armor, then back to Jonah. "No." Safe with Jonah. Child lisp on his name. She tugged his coat harder. Gasps echoed. Nobles' crests flushed violet, shock color. Vec smiled thinly. "See, Majesty? The child fears our own. Human presence disrupts." Jonah signaled, subtle thumb flick to his earpiece. Silent command to his human team. Perimeter shift. 2 agents peeled from the diplomatic cordon, circling wide. No protocol break. They blended as aides. Roma noticed. His blade hand flexed. "What sorcery?" "Security," Jonah said. "Standard." Salith's gaze sharpened. "Chamberlain Vec, your retainer approached too close." "Intent?" Vec bowed low. "Crowd fervor, Majesty. Loyalty swells for your reign. Lies." Jonah clocked the retainer's scent glands pulsing guilt pheromones. Alien noses misted under ceremony incense, but human training picked tells. Kiri's claws pricked through fabric. Jonah crouched slightly, shielding her without blocking Salith's view. "Your Majesty, request permission to relocate the heir." "Off floor." "Bold," Roma growled. "Guards handle protection." "You handle pikes," Jonah said. "I handle this." He nodded at Kiri's death grip. The child chirped agreement. Nobles murmured. Awe rippled. Humans didn't challenge queens. Salith hesitated. Her control cracked. Child chose soft skin over chitin. "Captain Roma, secure the hall." "Lock it." Roma barked orders. Doors sealed with resonant thuds. Guards formed a ring. Vec's crest paled. "Majesty." "Unnecessary." "No threat." Jonah straightened. "There is," he pointed. "Your man. Watch his stance." The courtier shifted. Foot dragged. Nervous tick. Roma lunged. Pinned the noble in 2 strides. "Speak." "Chamberlain's orders," the courtier spat. Pheromones spiked. "Blame the human." "Accident." "Discredit alliance." Hall erupted. Crests flared crimson. Rage. Vec recoiled. "Lies. Treasonous fabrication." Salith's voice cut like crystal. "Seize the Chamberlain." Guards swarmed. Vec thrashed, but Roma's pike locked his arms. Kiri peeked out. clung tighter to Jonah. Jonah, good. He ruffled her frill. Team effort, kid. Roma hauled Vec forward. Glanced at Jonah. Nodded once. Respect. Salith descended the platform. Her shadow fell over them. Human, you shielded without command. Why? Jonah shrugged. Instinct. She's packed now. Simple truth. Kiri beamed up at him. Frills quivered joy. The queen's gaze softened. Multifaceted eyes gleamed. Pack. An alien word to us, yet she claims you. Nobles watched. Whispers turned admiring. Human normalcy. Extraordinary. Alliance holds, Salith declared, and strengthens. Roma released the courtier to cells. Turned to Jonah. Your methods. Unpredictable. Effective. Checklists save lives, Jonah said. Kiri tugged. Up? He scooped her, light as a toddler. She nestled into his shoulder, purring loud. Salith watched. Awe touched her precise features. Child bridged what guards could not. Vec snarled from bonds. Monsters. Soft skins corrupt. Jonah ignored him, held Kiri steady. Palace eyes followed. The human protector, unassuming anchor, Roma flanked them. I stand with you now, liaison. Salith signaled the altar. Chimes resumed. Vows recommenced. But Kiri stayed glued. Her choice rippled outward. Faction broken. Bond forged. Jonah scanned anew. Threat neutralized. Next checklist. Ice cream later. Human treat. She loved it. The hall thawed into cheers. Alien awe met human calm. Yet Jonah felt eyes lingering. Vec's allies lurked. One accident. Down. More to come. Kiri yawned against him. Safe for now. Queen Salith raised her scepter. Witness. Humanity guards our future. Nobles bowed. Deeper this time. Jonah just held the kid. Job done. But as doors unsealed, a shadow flickered in the gallery above. Watcher. Vec's remnant. Jonah's hand tightened on Kiri. Checklist updated. Protect the pack. Roma caught the glance. Drew blade. With me? Always, Jonah said. They moved as one. Human instinct. Alien steel. Bridge complete. Kiri slept on. Found family grew. Jonah's hand clamped tighter on Kiri's back. The shadow in the gallery above flung a glinting dart. It sliced air toward the queen's procession. He twisted, shielding the sleeping air. The dart clanged off Roma's upraised blade. Shouts erupted from the crowd. Assassin! Roma bellowed. Her scales bristled. Guards surged forward, blades out. Kiri jolted awake. Her purr turned to a whimper. Claws dug into Jonah's shoulder. Stay low, Jonah murmured. He scanned the gallery. Empty now. Vec's remnant fled into shadows. Salith's scepter slashed the air. Secure the air. Secondary corridor. Now! Nobles pressed close. Whispers hissed like steam vents. Jonah felt their stares burn his neck. Roma flanked him. Liaison. Hand her over. Protocol demands royal guards. Kiri clung harder. Her wide eyes locked on Jonah. No, mine. Jonah took one calm step forward. His body blocked Roma's reach. Not yet. She's scared. Needs stability. Roma's mandibles clicked. Distrust flickered in her compound eyes. Humans unsettle her. Unpredictable. Salith paused at the corridor fork. Captain, explain. Soft skin claims kinship. A noble spat from the rear. Vec Talon's voice, oily even from bonds. His allies amplified it. He claimed the air. Treason against the brood right. Gasps rippled. Guards shifted grips. Blades gleamed. Jonah ignored the noise. Kiri trembled. He knelt slow, lowering to her height amid the chaos. Palace stone bit his knees. His hands opened wide, palms up, empty. Hey, kiddo, safe here. See. Kiri blinked. Her trembling claws unhooked. She patted his palms. Purr restarted. Faint, but steady. Aliens froze. Roma's blade lowered an inch. Silith's precise gaze widened. Whispers mutated.
He kneels.
To the air. Open hands. No threat weapon. Jonah rose smooth, scooping Kiri again. She nestled in. Private holding room. Rear access. Less exposure. Salith nodded sharp. Granted. Captain. Lead. Roma hesitated. Then she sheathed her blade. This way. She shoved nobles aside. Cleared the path. Jonah followed. Kiri's warmth his anchor. He ticked mental checklist. Dart neutralized. Route secured. Whispers contained. For now. The secondary corridor narrowed. Biolume vines pulsed faint light. Echoes of main hall faded. Vex whisper slithered after them. The human poisons her bond. Queen weakens. Salith whirled. Silence, Chamberlain. Your accidents end here. The guard yanked Vex bonds tighter. He snarled but fell quiet. Kiri yawned against Jonah's neck. Her tail curled around his arm. Pack bond locked. Roma glanced back. How? She rejects even my clutch sisters. Trust, Jonah said. Simple. He checked corners. Clear. They reached the holding room. Heavy doors hissed open. Inside, cushioned nests, nutrient dispensers, sealed vents. Salith entered first. Gestured Jonah inside. Remain. Guards posted outside. Doors sealed. Kiri wriggled down, padded to a nest. Curled up. Eyes on Jonah. He leaned against the wall. Arms crossed. Watched the queen. Salith paced. Her robes whispered. Your gesture. It shifts the court. They see protection, not conquest. Jobs protect, Jonah said. Kid first. Roma entered last. Doors clicked shut. Scans clear. But Vex faction rallies. They frame this as brood theft. Human claim violates edicts. Kiri piped up. Jonah, good, holds tight. Salith knelt by her, extended a claw. Kiri ignored it, crawled back to Jonah. The queen's crest flattened. Awe touched her features again. She chooses you. Footfalls thudded outside. Muffled shouts. Roma pressed ear to door. Petitioners. Demand audience. Vex voice leads. Jonah straightened. Let 'em talk. Record it. Salith signaled. A wall panel glowed. Audio feed activated. Vex polished tone filled the room. Witness the corruption. The soft skin kneels not in service, but dominance. He offers hands to steal her loyalty. The air purrs for alien flesh. Treason, murmurs swelled. Brood right broken. Queen favors humans over kin. Jonah's jaw tightened. Checklist updated. Expose lies. Captain, he said, your blade ready? Roma gripped hilt, always. Kiri tugged Jonah's pant leg. Up. Scary voices. He scooped her light frame. She purred loud, leaned into his shoulder. Salith watched. Resolve hardened her gaze. Play the feed wider. Let court hear truth. Roma tapped panel. Broadcast widened. Clear. Undeniable. Silence fell outside. Then gasps. Vex sputtered. Illusion. Trickery. A noble interrupted. The air chooses. Open hands. Protection. Whispers turned. Human guards better than plots. Roma smirked. First time Jonah saw it. Your calm undoes them. Jonah shrugged, rubbed Kiri's back. Just dad stuff. Salith rose. Open doors. Face them. Doors unsealed. Nobles crowded. Eyes wide. Vex strained against guards. Lies. He blocks our captain. Claims her. Jonah stepped forward. Kiri in arms. Calm step again. Check the dart. Vex alloy. Your scanners confirm. Roma held up the recovered dart. Scanned it live. Chamberlain's mark. Treason his. Crowd recoiled. Vex allies shrank back. Salith raised scepter. Witness. Human instinct shields. Faction exposed. Nobles bowed. Deeper. Awe spread like vines. Kiri yawned. Ice cream? Jonah chuckled soft. Later, kiddo. Roma fell in beside him. Teach me this dad stuff. Starts with open hands. They moved deeper, into palace. Kiri slept secure. But Jonah scanned ahead, one shadow down. Vec broken. Yet eyes lingered in the throng. New watchers. Checklist. Protect the pack. Always. Salith walked closer. Her claw brushed Kiri's tail. Then Jonah's arm. Silent thanks. Found family tightened. Gallery shadows stirred again. Faint click. Another dart loader? Jonah's hand tightened. Roma, flank left. She drew steel. They accelerated. Kiri stirred. Trusted, safe, whispers chased. The soft skin sees all built. Bridge strengthened. Vex screamed from rear. You'll fall. Jonah ignored, focused forward. Private wing neared. Guards doubled. Inside, Salith sealed them. Rest, Alliance holds. Kiri slid down, dragged Jonah to nest. Stay. He sat, legs stretched. She curled against him. Roma posted watch. I learned from you, liaison. Salith settled opposite, watched the bond. Human compassion, extraordinary. Jonah just held the kid. Normal. Checklist clear, but outer feeds buzzed. New murmurs. Vex hidden vault. Proof of more plots. Rama perked. We raid? Jonah nodded. Dawn. Pack moves together. Kiri purred agreement. Queen smiled faint. First crack in her control. Threats loomed, but Bond won. Jonah closed eyes. 1 hour rest. Then hunt. Pack protected. Family grew. A soft chime. Incoming alert. Roma checked. Gallery sniper caught. Vex brother. 1 down. Jonah exhaled. Next. Kiri dreamed on. Purr steady. Human calm met alien steel. Unbreakable. Jonah's boot hit the polished dais step. His gaze swept the ceremonial platform. Queen Salith glided forward. Air Kiri at her side. The vast hall thrummed with alien nobles. Chitin plates clicked in anticipation. Public oath time. Alliance seal. Kiri tugged Jonah's sleeve. Her wide eyes locked on him. Safe? He nodded once. Checklist. Scan perimeter. Thence clear. Guards posted. His hand rested light on her shoulder. Pack bond held. Salith raised a claw. We bind fates today. Humans joined. Jonah froze. There. Micro aerosol nozzle, hidden in the dais airflow grate. Tiny gleam under throne pedestal, tempered. Lethal mist incoming. For Kiri. For the queen, no time. He lunged. Fingers pried the manual override panel. Locked. One twist of his diplomatic toolkit knife popped it. Airflow cut. Hiss died. Gasps rippled. Nobles leaned in. Kiri chirped alarm. Mist wisped faint from the grate. Jonah scooped her, dove behind nearest column. Marble cool against his back. He yanked his filtered mask from vest pocket. Human standard. Sealed it over her small muzzle. Straps tight. Breathe steady, kid. She clutched his arm, purr shaky but trusting. Roma barked orders. Vents. Seal them. Her guards swarmed. Blades out. She slammed a bulkhead plate over the main intake. Jonah pulled his security dye pen, marked the tampered panel bright orange. Forensic lock-in. Traced the nozzle feed line. Vex faction signature. Polished schematics in his mind from briefings. Salith whirled. Her guards encircled. Liaison Reed, explain. Poison aerosol. Targeted. Airflow rigged. Jonah kept voice level. Mask stayed on Kiri. Hall air thickened. Nobles coughed. Some dropped. Roma knelt by the grate. Sniffed. Neurotoxin. Kills young first. Her mandibles clicked shock. Eyes flicked to Jonah. You saw it. First. Vectalin pushed forward from the rear ranks, his robes flawless. Treachery. The humans sabotaged the dais. Framed us. Murmurs swelled. Soft skin tamper. Alliance poison. Salith's tail lashed. Control cracked. Proof? Jonah tapped the dye mark. Traced the line. Chamberlain's vaults supply these nozzles. Logged. Vec sneered. Lies. Detain him. Guards hesitated. Roma rose. He saved the air, masked her. Kiri peeled back the mask edge, gulped air. Jonah good. She burrowed into his side. Salith's gaze bored in. Hall feeds buzzed live. Galaxy watched. Cancel oath. Evacuate. Claw pointed Jonah. Detain the human for appearances. Until cleared, Roma gripped his wrist. Gentle but firm. Protocol liaison. Jonah exhaled slow, hands out. No fight. Checklist shifted. Endure. Protect Pack from inside. Guards marched him off dais. Kiri wailed, reached. Salith scooped her, whispered calm. Vex smiled then. Just as swift. Jonah met his eyes, calm. Trace the die. Truth outs. Cell door clanged. Dim glow panels. Jonah sat on bench. Reviewed mental logs. No weapon on him. Diplomatic immunity waived for oath security. Politics. Footsteps outside. Roma entered. Flanked by 2, panel traced. Vex fabricator stamp. Her voice low. Awe edged it. You cut air before sniffers caught it. Human eyes. Sharp. He shrugged. Training. Ordinary. She vented air. Not to us. Queen reviews feeds. Nobles whisper. Soft skin guardian. Kiri's voice echoed hallside. Jonah. Out. Salith hushed her. Precise tone. Soon air. Trust process. Roma leaned close. I distrusted your chaos. Checklists over instinct. No more. She slid a comm slate. Vault raid. Dawn. Vex brother pinned sniper yesterday. The slinks. Jonah pocketed it, nodded. Pack moves. Door hissed open. Salith entered. Guards out. Her presence filled space. You shielded my child. Instinct. Pack protects own. He stood, even height. She circled slow. Claw brushed his arm like yesterday's thanks. Kiri chose you, over guards, over me. Voice cracked faint. Bond defies court. Hall murmurs leaked. Human saw invisible death. Queen wavers. Vex plot. Frame humans. Topple alliance. Seize throne via chaos. Salith stopped. Release ordered. Publicly, inquiry clears you. Eyes gleamed. Privately. Hunt with us. Kiri burst in, climbed Jonah's leg, nested against chest. Purr loud. Roma saluted. Captain learns. Human methods integrate. Salith watched. Precise monarch softened. Compassion as weapon. Jonah held Kiri steady. Normal duty. Checklist. Raid dawn. Protect. Outer hall stirred. Vex voice rose. False release proof. Alarm blared. New threat. Roma drew steel. His faction moves. Jonah shifted Kiri secure. Forward. Pack first. They charged out. Bond unbreakable. Awe spread. Human calm met alien steel. Gallery feeds captured it. Whispers chased. Soft skin turns tide. Vex vault waited. Proof buried. Pack hunted. Kiri gripped tight. Trusted anchor. Dawn broke soon. Alliance forged in fire. But Vex scream echoed ahead. Not yet. Jonah's hand tightened. Next checklist. End it. Guards doubled at private wing. Salith sealed doors. Rest hour. Then strike. Kiri dragged him to nest pile. Stay. He sat. Legs stretched. She curled close. Purr steady. Roma posted. Your mask saved her. I seal vents next time. Salith settled opposite. Watched Bond. Human ordinary. Alien extraordinary. Jonah just held. Normal. Alert chimed. Roma checked. Vec flees. Brother confesses aerosol mod. One down. Jonah closed eyes. Rest. Hunt next. Kiri dreamed safe. Family grew. Throng outside buzzed. New watchers. Bridge strengthened, but vault shadows hid more. Pack moved at dawn. Vex polished fall loomed. Human protector rose. Checklist clear. Threats crushed. Bond won. Guards hammered the vault door. Liaison read. Release Air Kiri immediately. Queen's orders. Jonah pressed Kiri closer to his chest. Her small claws dug into his vest. He matched her rapid breaths, slowing them with his own steady rhythm. In, out, calm checklist. I release her only if you relocate us both to the inner secure room. Together. Rome. Silence outside. Then Captain Roma's voice cut through, edged with frustration. Human, you overstep. Guards enter now. Door servos word. Locked panels held. Jonah scanned the chamber. Private wing antechamber. Nest piles in corner. Ceiling beads. Decorative sensors. Loose. Comm wire. In his pocket. He shifted Kiri to one arm. She mimicked his breaths perfectly now. Slow. Silent. Good kid. Roma barked orders. Outer seals cycled. Footsteps echoed. Search teams sweeping adjacent halls. Clear the wing. Vex faction planted devices. Kiri's eyes widened. Jonah whispered, match me. Breathe. She nodded. Tiny chest rising, falling in sync. No purr, no whimper. Pack quiet. He knelt by the inner door. Secure room beyond. Armored, then sealed. Perfect fallback. Wires first. He yanked comm cord from his earpiece. Thin, tough. Beads from ceiling trim. 3 iridescent orbs clinking softly. Thread wire through holes. Knot ends. Stretch across door threshold, ankle high. Tension perfect. Any breach tugs it taut. Beads rattle. Alert. Kiri watched, unblinking. Copied his focus. Jonah taped the line with vest strips. Concealed under nest fringe. Done. Door hissed. Roma entered alone. Blade sheathed but gripped tight. 4 guards flanked. Scales bristled.
Stand down, soft skin. Heir to queen.
Jonah rose. Kiri secure. Secure room, both of us. Or we stay. Roma's vents flared. Distrust sent sharp, like ozone. You hoard her. Why? Threat active. Vex aerosol mod confessed. Faction loose. Jonah nodded to Hall. Search your way. We hold here. Guards fanned out. Scanned walls. Prodded nests. Kiri stayed statue still. Breathed with Jonah. In. Out. Roma eyed them. Blade hand twitched. Thump outside. New voices. Polished tones. Medical team. Priority access. Air exposed. Symptoms imminent. Jonah tensed. Vex play. Doctors as cover. Intruders. Roma turned. Authorized? Chamberlain Vec Talon's aide pushed forward. Queen's mercy. Scans show residue. We treat. Jonah blocked the inner door. Kiri clung tighter. No entry. Quarantine breach. Aide sneered. 2 medics in hazard robes advanced. Scanners hummed. Too bulky. Wrong frequency. Roma hesitated. Protocol. Protocol. Protect air. Jonah dragged a nest frame across threshold. Heavy resin wood. Jammed it firm. Grabbed fire suppressant unit from wall mount. 10-kilo canister. Wedged beside frame. Nozzles aimed out. Medics halted. Obstructing aid. Treason. Kiri whimpered once. Jonah breathed deeper. She matched. Silent again. Roma signaled guards. Verify credentials. Aide flushed violet. Vec orders direct. Stand aside, human. Jonah palmed his sidearm. Non-lethal stunner. Checklist. Block. Assess. Neutralize if needed. Try the door. See what happens. Medics probed frame. Scanner beeped. False red. One slipped a hypo spray from robe. Not medical. Aerosol adapter glinted. Intruders. Jonah's voice flat. Normal threat ID. Roma lunged. Grabbed the medic's arm. Vex mark. Seize them. Chaos erupted. Guards tackled medics. Aide bolted for outer hall. Jonah yanked Kiri back. Tripline intact. No breach yet. Kiri buried face in his neck. Faint. Steady. Trusted. Roma wrenched the hypo free. Modded. Same as vault gas. Jonah nodded. Told you. Secure room. Now. Queen Salith swept in. Mantle rippling. Guards parted. Her gaze locked on Kiri. Then Jonah. Report. Roma knelt. Assassins as medics. Human blocked them. Salith's vents softened. Claws retracted. He refused release. Demanded her safety first. Kiri lifted head. Jonah anchor. Safe. Salith froze. Air chose soft skin over guards. Over Queen. Jonah shrugged. Standard op. Protect asset. Guards stared. Roma sheathed blade. Your wire? Beads? Tripline. Early worn. Jonah kicked it lightly. Beads chimed. Alien awe rippled. Whispers. Soft skin rigs traps from trash. Predicts plots. Salith touched Kiri's crest. Child leaned into Jonah instead. Bond sealed. Vec exposed. Salith straightened. Arrest his vault kin. Roma Comed teams. Dawn raid green. Human leads breach? Jonah checked Kiri. Breathing steady. Pack first. Throng outside swelled. Gallery feeds live. Human turns medics. Saves air. Vec's polished mask cracked. Scream echoed from comms. Not the Alliance. Jonah tightened hold. Checklist updated. Breach vault. Crush remnants. Kiri gripped back. Family. They moved as dawn broke. Inner door sealed behind. Secure room hummed. Vents locked. Lights dim. Jonah settled on the bench. Kiri curled in lap. Her warmth pressed close. Scales soft against his uniform. Roma posted outside. Your mask earlier. Saved her lungs. I check vents myself now. Salith lingered at hatch, watched the pair. Human ordinary, alien extraordinary. Jonah just nodded, normal duty. He stroked Kiri's crest. She purred, sinking breaths again. Alert chimed. Roma's voice. Vec flees private dock. Brother confesses full mod list. 1 down. Jonah closed eyes. Rest phase. Hunt next. Kiri dreamed. Claws relaxed. But vault shadows stirred. Motion on tripline proxy. Calm ping from his rigged wire. Jonah's eyes snapped open. Company. Roma burst in. Secondary team. Vex elites. Salith drew ceremonial blade. We end it. Jonah stood. Kiri secure. Forward. Checklist clear. They charged the vault corridor. Guards doubled at junctions. Alien steel gleamed. Human calm, anchored. Kiri whispered. Pack hunts. Whispers chased them. Soft skin weaves fates. Bridge unbreakable. Vex vault loomed. Seals cracked. Proof inside. Ledgers. Mods. Alliance saboteurs. Door buckled under Roma's charge. Jonah covered flank. Stunner sweeping. Vex spun inside. Polished robes askew. False heroes. Humans poison us. Data crystals scattered. Jonah scooped one. Scanned. Queen's treaties forged fake. Kiri pointed. Lies. Salith advanced. Your fall witnessed. Vec lunged for console. Jonah fired stunner. Vec dropped twitching. Guards swarmed, cuffed him. Roma clapped Jonah's shoulder. Your ordinary saves empires. Salith knelt by Kiri. Child hugged Jonah first. Queen joined. Tentative. Throng roared outside. Feeds captured. Human protector, alien pack. Alliance forged. Threats crushed. Dawn light pierced domes. Bridge stood. But one crystal glinted extra. Jonah pocketed it. Later scan. Checklist never empty. Kiri yawned. Stay. Always, kid. Family grew. Jonah jammed the pry bar into the maintenance hatch seam. Metal groaned under pressure. Kiri clung to his back, small claws hooked into his vest. Tight fit, kid. Breathe steady. The latch popped. Hinges hissed steam. Jonah swung the panel wide. Dim service lights flickered inside the crawl space. Pipes snaked overhead. Grates hummed below. He boosted Kiri through first. Her tail flicked anxiety. Pack goes, pack goes. Jonah followed, sealing the hatch behind him. No time for finesse. Vex guards swept the ceremony hall above. Alarms pulsed faint through the deck. Checklist, evade patrols, reach evidence vault, expose the frame job. He crawled forward on elbows and knees. Kiri matched his rhythm. Silent now. The tunnel vibrated, patrol boots thudding in sync. Jonah pressed palm to the floor plating. Patterns clicked in his head. 4 beats heavy, 2 light. Roma's rotation. Wait. He held Kiri's shoulder. Vibrations peaked, faded, move. They slithered 10 meters. Pipes dripped coolant onto his neck. Cold bit skin. Kiri's breath warmed his ear. Hungry drones? Soon. Jonah scanned ahead. Junction branched left to kitchens, right to vaults. Right it was. Another vibration wave, faster this time. Vec rerouting. He counted. 1, 2. Go. They dashed the gap. Kiri's claws scraped faint. Jonah whispered. Good anchor. Her pack bond gripped tighter. Humans called it rapport. Aliens called it fate weaving. Whatever. It kept her calm. Tunnel narrowed. Jonah wedged shoulders through. Sparks jumped from a loose conduit. He yanked Kiri clear. Eyes front. Glow ahead. Patrol drone. Whine. Red scanner swept the branch. He flattened them both. Drone hovered. Cycled air. Vibration pattern shifted. Erratic. Vex lockdown priming. Jonah tapped his wrist calm. Muted. Proxy signal bounced false trails upstairs. Drone pinged empty. Banked away. Clear. They pushed on. Kiri's curiosity sparked. You feel floors. Like Roma feels winds. Trick from home. Trucks on highways. Jonah grinned in the dark. Ordinary stuff. Humans jury-rigged survival from factory rhythms. Aliens built palaces on instinct. Halfway to vault access. Vibrations doubled. Boots converging. Jonah froze, heavy tread ahead, blocking the tunnel mouth. Silhouette loomed. Roma. Captain's armor gleamed under service strips. Stunner leveled. Soft skin. Air. Ult. Kiri tensed against Jonah's back. Jonah raised empty hands slow. No sudden moves. Captain, we're not the threat. Roma's mandibles clicked. Eyes narrowed. Distrust etched deep. Humans broke patterns. Unpredictable. You steal through veins of palace. Vec claims abduction. Queen demands return. Vec lies. Jonah kept voice level. Checklist. De-escalate. Align. Is framing alliances. Proof. In vault. Let us. Boot falls echoed behind. Roma's elites closed the crawlspace rear. Captain's tail lashed. Human logic. Chaotic. But her scanner swept Kiri. Child's claws dug into Jonah, not her. Pack choice clear. Kiri peered out. Roma. Jonah hunts bad shadows. With me, Captain stiffened. Royal air chose soft skin over guard blood. Awe flickered in her stance. Mandibles parted slight. Humans didn't command. They anchored. Vibration surge hit. Alarms blared true now. Lockdown clamped. Drones inbound. Roma growled. Her stunner dipped. Vec reroutes grid. Service tunnels flood. Jonah nodded. Escort us. See proof yourself. Roma hesitated. 1 beat. 2. Then holstered weapon. Lead soft skin. Air's pack commands. She spun, cleared rear with a gesture. Elates, she waved them off silent. Sides switched. Jonah exhaled. Bridge forming. They surged forward. Drones whirred closer. Servo buzz filled the pipe. Roma kicked a grate loose. Shortcut. Vault sublevel. Jonah scooped Kiri. Dove through. Air thickened with ozone. Patterns. Shifting. Drones sink in threes. Roma barked. Laugh rare sound. You red stone like clan elder. Her claws guided turns. Alien precision met human timing. Patrol waves crested behind. Kiri hummed low. Pack grows. Vault hatch loomed. Sealed tight. Jonah slapped maglock hack from his kit. Green light. But drone swarm poured the junction. Red eyes locked. Roma charged the panel. Shoulder bashed. Hinges buckled. Inside, Jonah fired stunner bursts. 2 drones sparked out. Kiri safe in arms. They tumbled into the vault antechamber. Door slammed. Roma braced it. Vex elites topside. He triggers purge. Jonah scanned crystals on pedestals. Forged treaties glowed false. Here. Proof. He jacked one to his reader. Data spilled. Vex mods. Human saboteurs planted. Frame complete. Except now cracked. Kiri pointed. Lies end. Rama's eyes widened. Human ordinary sliced cordwebs. No domination. Just checklist calm. Soft skin. You weave without claws. Teamwork. Jonah pocketed crystal. Compinged. Queen's channel. Salith's voice cut static. Jonah. Status. Vault secured. Vec. Exposed. Roma with us. Silence. Then. Captain. Roma leaned in. Air chooses true pack, Majesty. Human anchors. Salith's tone shifted. Control cracked. Forward. I converge. Drones hammered the door. Roma stacked crates. Jonah rigged tripline. Wire taut across threshold. Rest phase. Hunt next. Kiri nestled close. Claws relaxed. Jonah closed eyes brief. 1 down. Shadows stirred beyond. Motion pinged the wire. Company. Roma burst stance ready. Secondary team. Vex elites. Silith's signal strengthened. She drew near with blade. Jonah stood. Kiri secure. Forward. Checklist clear. They charged the corridor. Guards doubled at junctions. Alien steel gleamed under emergency strobes. Human calm anchored the pack. Kiri whispered. Pack hunts. Whispers chased from vents. Soft skin weaves fates. Bridge unbreakable. Vex inner vault. Loomed. Seals cracked under Roma's boot. Jonah covered flank. Stunner sweeping arcs. Door buckled. Vex spun inside. Polished robes askew. Data crystals scattered across consoles. False heroes. Humans poison us. Vec lunged for purge switch. Jonah fired. Stunner bolt hit center mass. Vec dropped twitching. Roma cuffed him swift. Guards swarmed loyal now. Roma's switch rippled command. Salith entered, blade sheathed, knelt by Kiri. Child hugged Jonah first. Claws firm. Queen paused, then joined, tentative arm around both. Throng roar echoed from feeds outside. Human protector. Alien pack captured live. Alliance forged. Threats crushed. Dawn pierced palace domes. Bridge stood firm, but one crystal glinted extra in the scatter. Jonah pocketed it silent. Later scan. Checklist never empty. Kiri yawned against his chest. Stay. Always, kid. Family grew. Roma clapped his shoulder. Your ordinary saves empires. Vibrations settled. Palace hummed true rhythm, but Jonah felt it. A faint offbeat. Extra crystal warmed his pocket. Punt lingered. Queen Salith's ceremonial blade hissed free. Steel kissed Jonah Reed's throat, cold and unyielding. He didn't flinch. Kiri clutched his neck, tiny claws dimpling his skin. The air's breath rasped hot against his ear. Traitor, the queen snarled. Her multifaceted eyes locked on his. You hold my blood. Release her. Jonah kept his arm steady around the child. Checklist. Secure Kiri. Present evidence. De-escalate. Queen, check the die first. He nodded to the fizzing shard in his palm. Blue residue smoked from the drone fragment. Vex faction mark. Undeniable. Guards tensed at the chamber doors. Captain Roma hovered, mandible twitching. His stunner stayed holstered. Distrust warred with the debt in his stance. Salith's blade pressed harder. A bead of human blood welled. Kiri whimpered, No, mother. Pack safe. The queen froze. Her heir's claws dug into Jonah's shoulder, not hers. Authority cracked. Blade wavered. Flashback hit Jonah's mind. 20 minutes prior. Chaos at the ceremony dais. Drones swarmed from ceiling vents. Assassin's tools, rigged for human malfunction. Vex frame job. The cluster locked on Kiri atop the dais, lasers priming. Jonah vaulted the rail, scooped the air mid-leap. Gotcha, kid. Kiri bonded instant, claws latched, trusting the soft-skinned giant. Roma bellowed orders. Human! Back! Distrust laced his voice. Humans. Unpredictable. Soft. No claws. Drone whine peaked. Jonah rolled behind a pillar. Flank, left. Maintenance panel. Foam burst. I'll blind him. Roma hesitated. Alien tactics favored direct charge, but drones numbered 12. Sensors gleamed. Trust checklist, Jonah said. Flicked his glare beacon. Strobe light exploded. Ultraviolet spike shredded drone optics. Sparks rained. Roma kicked the panel. Maintenance foam erupted. Chemical white gunk. Drones seized midair. Propellers gummed. They plummeted, crashing in froth. Jonah rose. Kiri secure. Clear. Conduit next. Low oxygen. Stay sharp. Roma stared. Your light. Ordinary tool. Devastating. Awe flickered in his eyes. Human ingenuity. Simple. Brutal. They dashed. Palace conduits twisted narrow. Service paths for repair drones. Oxygen scrubbers hummed low here. Alien lungs tolerated it. Kiri's did not. Halfway in, the child sagged. Low O2 hit fast. Her eyes fluttered. Claws loosened. Jonah shifted her higher. Stay with me, Kiri. No panic. Checklist. Stimulate. Paste taps. 2 on back. Pause. 2 on arm. Human trick from field med training. Kept blood flowing. Lungs pumping. Rhythm like a heartbeat. Kiri gasped. Claws gripped anew. Pack. Taps life. Roma crawled ahead, scanning. Child fades. How? Basic, Jonah grunted. Sweat beaded. Human lungs burned worse in the thin air. But he pushed. Keeps her conscious. We're out soon. They emerged into the safe chamber. Sealed vault. Emergency throne room. Queen waited inside, blade drawn. Guards sealed the iris door behind. Now. Salith's eyes flicked to the shard. Blue dye. Vectolin's seal. Her chamberlain's treachery. This proves nothing. Humans brought drones. Kiri squirmed. Jonah hunts. Saved pack. The queen's control slipped. She lowered the blade a fraction. Heir's choice. Human over guards. Over her. Jonah pressed. Dais panel. Check it. Vec rigged the ceremony emitter. Frame us. Low yield blast on Kiri. Human tech signature. Roma. Verify. Captain nodded. Slotted his override key into the chamber console. Linked to dais feed. Holo flickered live. Empty ceremony hall now, but replay showed tampering. Vec's silhouette at the panel hours prior. Emitter coils swapped. Human alloy casings planted. Roma's mandibles clacked shock. Confirmed. Sabotage. Chamberlain's code. Salith's spines flattened. Awe replaced fury. Human saw it first. Protected without demand. Ordinary calm pierced plots. You carried her through conduit. Her voice softened. Taps kept her? Jonah shrugged, handed Curie over gentle. Child clung a beat longer, whimpered protest, then nestled into mother. Pack stays. Extra Wilma, muttered, clapped Jonah's shoulder. Rare honor. Your instincts, we dismissed. Softskin saves throne. Guards murmured. Whispers spread. Human compassion. Bridge between. Salith touched Jonah's bloodied throat. Precise fingers staunched it. Debt. Eternal. Alliance true. Jonah nodded. Checklist updated. Evidence logged. But one drone fragment buzzed faint in his pocket. Not dead. Signal tracer. Alarms blared distant. Vex vault breach alert. Roma spun. He's purging data. Salith rose, Curie in arms. Hunt him, human leads. Jonah drew stunner. Forward. Checklist clear. They charged the corridor. Curie rode his back now. Queen trusted the bond. Guards doubled at junctions. Alien steel gleamed under strobes. Curie whispered. Pack hunts. Vents hissed whispers back. Soft skin weaves fates. Vex inner vault loomed. Roma's boot cracked seals. Jonah covered flank. Stunner arcing. Door buckled. Vec whirled inside. Robes askew. Crystals scattered. False heroes. Beck lunged for purge. Jonah fired. Bolt hit true. Vec twitched down. Cuffs snapped. Loyal guards swarmed. Salith entered. Knelt by Curie. Child hugged Jonah first. Queen paused. Joined the embrace. Tentative. Feeds broadcast live. Roar echoed. Dawn pierced domes. Bridge firm. But Jonah pocketed a glinting crystal. Warm, offbeat pulse. Hunt lingered. Curie yawned. Stay. Always, kid. Roma grinned. You're ordinary. Saves empires. Palace hummed. Family sealed. Jonah felt the crystal tick. Checklist never empty. Queen Salith's claw tapped the vault console. Scan all panels. Now. Jonah knelt by the twitching Vectalon, stunner holstered. Cuffs hummed tight on the Chamberlain's wrists. Curie clung to Jonah's leg, small claws digging in. Roma's guards swept the room, crystal drives clinking into evidence bags. A panel lit blue. Roma leaned in. Match confirmed. The sabotage code, it's etched with Reed's ident mark. Jonah frowned. His thumb brushed his collar, a micro-tattoo from diplomatic onboarding. Standard human protocol. Vec must have scraped it during that welcome handshake weeks ago. Salith's eyes narrowed, multifaceted gems locking on Vec. Traitor. You framed the human to shatter our pact. She rose, robes swirling. Seize him fully, vault him in the deep cells. Guards hauled Vec up. He spat crystal shards. Lies, the soft skin. Jonah stood, easing Curie onto his hip. Child's weight settled natural. Logged the scan data. Timestamp it. His voice stayed flat. Checklist. Evidence chain locked. Vec lunged mid-drag. Claws raked air. Roma's boot pinned him. Enough. Salith nodded to Jonah. You lead the purge review. Human precision. Alarms cut silent. Feeds shifted to throne room broadcast. Palace stirred. They marched out. Vec chained between 4 guards. Curie buried face in Jonah's neck. Bad man gone? Not yet, kid. Jonah patted her back. Crystal in his pocket pulsed warmer. Tracer active? Later. Throne room doors parted. Court assembled under dawn domes. Nobles in layered silks, claws clicking stone. Whispers died as Salith ascended dais. Jonah set Curie down beside her throne. Child's hand snagged his fingers. Tight. Salith began the renewed oath. By crystal and claw I bind this alliance. Curie yanked Jonah's hand high. Mine. Court gasped. Small voice echoed off vaults. Jonah stays. Pack holds. Silence crashed. Nobles stared. Crests flaring. Salith paused. Precise mandible twitching. Air? Curie tugged harder. Claws pricking Jonah's palm. Refused to release. No go. Jonah guard. Jonah knelt to her level, voice low. Easy, Kiri. Ceremony first. But he didn't pull away. Her grip anchored him too. Roma shifted at dais edge, spear rigid, eyes flicked doubt to awe. Guards mirrored, claws flexing uncertainty. Salith's gaze pierced Jonah. Control cracked, just a flicker. The air speaks. She signaled continuance. Oath droned on, but Kiri's hand stayed locked in his. Public, unyielding. Nobles murmured. Child chooses soft skin. Pack bond, with human, oath ended. Cheers sparse. Salith raised claw. Alliance endures, Vex plot exposed. But protection falters. Her eyes met Jonah's. Human, speak your protocol. Court leaned in, Jonah straightened. Kiri's hand still in his. Checklist flipped mental page. Goal, secure the kid. Conflict, court politics. Outcome, Bridget, joint protocol, Jonah said. Voice carried clear. Human scan tech pairs with your guard formations. Drones for perimeter, claws for close. Roma's team runs drills. I handle integration. Roma stiffened. My team? Human leads? Jonah nodded to her. Your formation saved the vault breach. Credit yours. I just sync the tech. Humble pass. Let aliens shine where they did. Roma's crest rose. Accepted. We drill at dawn. Salith tilted head. Wise. Roma commands under human liaison. Murmurs swelled approval. Kiri bounced on toes. Yes, Jonah and Roma pack. Court nobles nodded. Claws tapped a chord. Vex faction, silk-clad schemers, shifted uneasy. But Crystal and Jonah's pocket ticked faster. Pulse synced to throne room vents. Someone watched. Salith descended dais. Kinguard title for Reed. Heirs chosen. She touched Kiri's crest. Name your first. Kiri spun to face the court, Jonah's hand aloft like banner. Jonah, kin first. Silence slammed down. Nobles froze. Crests flat, eyes wide. No claw, no crystal-born claimed a soft skin so. Whispers exploded after. Heir names humankin. Bridge unbreakable. Pack overrides throne. Jonah felt heat rise, not his show. Kiri's choice. He squeezed her hand gentle. Good pick, kid. Salith's claw brushed his arm. Precise, but warm. Court accepts. Kinguard. Reed. Roma saluted sharp. Honored to serve under kin. Guards echoed. Spears thumped stone. But Jonah's free hand pocketed deeper. Crystal burned now, not imagination. He scanned vents. Shadow flicked. Drone, remnant. Vex network, deeper. Kiri yawned, leaning full into him. Home? Soon. Jonah eyed Salith. Protocol starts now. Secure the air. She nodded, led. They moved as unit, Queen flanked by Roma's claws. Jonah with Kiri. Court parted. Awe thick as incense. Corridors hummed with feeds replaying Kiri's claim. Servants bowed deeper. Kinguard. Jonah's checklist ticked. Bond public, faction exposed, but crystal pulsed code. Binary whisper, human ears caught it, alien tech blind. He palmed it subtle, thumb pressing. Shutdown sequence. Click, silent. Roma noticed. What? Loose end. Jonah pocketed dead crystal. Your scans missed it. Her mandible clicked respect. Why? Human senses. Ordinary miracles. Kiri giggled. Jonah packed best. Palace sealed behind. Family walked forward, but Jonah felt eyes. Vex allies lingered. Checklist. Hunt phase 2. Throne room feeds. Looped Kiri's words. Jonah kin first. Empire watched. Bridge held, but tests waited. Salith halted at nursery arch. Rest air. Kinguard watches. Kiri hugged Jonah's leg, released slow. Promise? Checklist says yes. He ruffled her crest. She scampered in. Doors hissed shut. Roma posted guards. Joint watch. Your drone? Deploying. Jonah tapped wristcom. Human micro-drone word from cuff. Invisible to claws. Synced to alien grids. Salith watched. Your ordinary instinct redefines guard. Jonah shrugged. Just protecting family. Court distant roared approval. Feeds viral. Aliens shared clips. Soft skin named kin. Awe spread. But Jonah's scanner pinged. Second crystal signal. Deep cells. Vex back up. He signaled Roma. Vault check. Now. She grinned fangs. Together. They moved. Claws and stunner. Pack hunted. Palace thrummed alive. Human bridge firm. Kiri's choice echoed eternal. Crystal network cracked. But one pulse lingered faint. Jonah's pocket warmed again. Hunt. Eternal. Roma's voice cut hall. Kinguard. Anomaly in cells. Copy. Stunner charged. Checklist clear. They charged down. Alliance sharpened. Kiri dreamed safe. Jonah ensured it. Court couldn't deny. Human kin. Family sealed, but shadows schemed. Jonah's instinct burned bright. Ready? Vex deep cell loomed. Door seals glowed. Roma cracked codes. Jonah covered. Drone fed visuals. Backup console active. Intruder link, Roma hissed. Jonah stunner ready. Flush him. Door buckled. Figure whirled. Vex aid. Claws on purge. Bolt flew true. Down. Roma cuffed. Your shot? Team play. Jonah logged data. Salith's comm buzzed. Report. Clean. Jonah eyed Kiri's nursery feed. Child slept peaceful. Kinguard proven. Queen's tone warmed. Air wakes for you. Palace accepted. Whispers turned chants. Human compassion. Pack eternal. Jonah holstered. Crystal dead in pocket. Checklist paused. Kiri's voice piped calm. Jonah? Pack? Your kid? Court watched feeds. Silence broke to awe. Bridge. Unbreakable.